Hello everybody, Quiet Atheist here. Now initially I wasn't going to do this video response because quite frankly the video that I had seen today was a waste of time. Honestly, I couldn't tell if the guy was a po or just acting plain retarded. Let me set the scene for you guys. Earlier today I was checking some comments made on one of my videos, and I come across this comment by this user. I forgot his name. But anyway, he had left a comment there by giving me a link to another video. So I went and checked out the video. Now initially I became sick to my stomach after I watched the video. I couldn't stop laughing because his video had so many holes in it, it looked like a screen door. I mean, water could just go through it. Couldn't hold water whatsoever. That's how bad his arguments were. Now when I went to go reply to this character that left me a comment on my video, he had suddenly deleted his comment. So I messaged him. And to this day, he still hasn't messaged me back. Whatever that means, I have no idea. Anyway, this YouTube user that posted this video to begin with, his name is VALUEofTRUTHdotORG. That's the name of the channel itself. And I will leave a link in the description for you guys to check out the channel, including the video in question that I'm replying to. With that said, let's get on to the situation at hand. In the beginning of the video, he states that he is honored to receive a Crocodile award. I tell you what, you should be honored because of the stupid shit you say in your video. You should be honored. I find it insulting. And I think you were just being a po, like I said earlier. But who knows? And the next thing you'd like to mention was the fact that we love to misrepresent Scripture. And that's funny to me, you know. That is really funny to me. In fact, I think a lot of people can agree with me that all the scriptures in the Bible are pretty accurate. All the bad ones. Everything in there. And that's just another classic example of you avoiding the truth. I mean, let's be honest. I know that's a hard thing for you to do, but try and follow. You know what I mean? It's not good to tell lies. Your God says so. And another thing that really pisses me off, and I noticed a lot of theists besides you say it a lot. You say that we hate God. We have this, what do you call it, God-hating rage, if you will. Let me tell you something. In order for us to hate something, we have to believe that it exists. I can hate the video camera that I'm speaking into now because it actually exists. Okay? It is a material that I can touch, that I can see, that I can smell, that I can speak into. And if it doesn't work correctly, I'm going to hate it. Okay? We cannot hate something that does not exist. Get it through your thick skull. I mean, come on now. I mean, all this stuff is crazy. And then he goes on to say that we atheists believe that a house can be built on its own. That a painting can paint on its own. That a watch can be built on its own. You know what I mean? And you know what? Let me tell you something. VALUEofTRUTHdotORG. Do you know what a straw man is? It is when you create an argument that is completely false. Okay? You create an argument that you can easily refute and knock down. And then you claim victory. Then you put your self on a pedestal, if you will. That is what a straw man is. You cannot attack our actual position. So what do? You invent another position that you pretend we have, so you can easily knock it down, so that you then can also pretend to beat us in an intellectual argument. It isn't going to happen. Okay? Just thought I'd point that out to you. You say that women are artworks created by God, that they simply could not be created by nature. I would like to know where your proof is. Show me the exact evidence that your God created us in general. Okay? Skip all the stupid shit and show me the exact evidence. I'll be waiting for it. And then you go on to say something which prompts me to think that you're talking backwards. Okay? You say that atheism believes in the impossible to be possible. Okay? When in all actuality, it is you that believes in the impossible to be the possible. Okay? You say that a God created everything. Okay? That a God did this, that a God did that, whatever, so on and so forth. Until I see evidence for all of this, until I see evidence for the stuff that you claim, it is impossible. That is what I'm trying to get through your head. Plain and simple. And another thing. Actually, I consider you to be an atheist as well. You want to know why? Because in your video, you claim that 99% of all religions are man-made. You're an atheist too. The only difference between you and me is the fact that I believe in one less God than you do. And let me tell you something else about that. Once you can figure out why you do not believe in all these other gods, you will figure out why I do not believe in yours. Okay? I really love this next terminology that you use. You were referencing throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Considering that there's numerous verses in the Bible that have to do with babies. Like, say, bashing their heads against rocks. Shit like that, you know, the usual stuff. And don't call me a liar because I've seen them in there. So that terminology fits you very well. I love the next statement that you made. You say that we atheists are ignorant because we say religion is bad. No, we are not ignorant about it. Do you understand what the term ignorant really means? Look around you. Tell me one good thing that religion has done. I mean, sure, some of them, some of them actually feed the homeless, but you know what they do? They sit there and hold these people's food hostage and make them sit through a sermon. Then they give them the food. I would just give them the food. I wouldn't have them sit through all this bullshit. Plain and simple. That is just plain ridiculous. I mean, I think you really need to grow a brain on this one. Simple as that. You mentioned that who on earth can be this stupid? Well, take a good look in the mirror, because you'll be looking at them. Obviously, you are out of your mind, man. You know what I mean? And I could sit here and easily refute your entire video. But the whole thing, a large part of it, simply just rambling and rambling and rambling with Bible verses. And to tell you the truth, all those Bible verses are about as useless as an elevator in an outhouse. Okay? Just want you to know that. Then you go on to make the stupid ass comment about how you want us to throw dirt and water up in the air and like actually prove that something can come from nothing. That's stupid. You're saying that since we believe that a universe created itself, you wanted us to throw water and dirt up in the air and have it form a clump or whatever and start evolving around a light bulb. Now I have a question for you. Were you actually fucking stoned when you said that? Did you huff a little paint in the backyard or something? I don't know. I really just don't know. You know? The whole thing seems really ridiculous. And you talk about us having blind faith. We do not have blind faith. You simply misrepresent us altogether when you talk what you talk. You see, atheism has nothing to do with science, period. Okay? It's just a one single position that we all have in common. Now, granted, atheists are different. I mean, we're like a herd of cats. We dabble in everything. Okay, there's atheists doing this, there's atheists doing that, there's atheists doing this. I mean, we're like a herd of cats, like I said. We're going to go in complete different directions and dabble into everything. Okay, but there's one thing that we have in common, and that is the stance of atheism as a whole. And it is simply the lack of belief in a God. It does not have anything to do with science. And that's one of the problems that I have with you theists. Because you like to twist it. You like to mangle it to fit your own warped sense of truth. And that's simply not the case. And for your information, nobody knows how the earth was formed. Nobody knows how the universe was created. But that does not give you the right to say that a God did it. You do not know, just as much as we do not know. But I'm going to tell you right now, science has offered the best explanation. We haven't got to the actual truth of the matter, but it has offered the best explanation to how Earth was created. and to how the universe was created. And like I said, science doesn't know all the answers, but neither do you. And you don't have the right to pretend that you do. That's just plain ignorance on your part. And I find it ridiculous, plain and simple. You accuse us of what you're doing. And going back to what I said early on in the video, you accuse atheism of being a religion because you accuse us of having blind faith. You accuse us of believing in the impossible to be possible. And all these pieces of diarrhea that you spew out of your mouth. It actually makes me sick. It really does. Quite frankly, I really don't understand how you theists think. You like to twist everything that we say to fit your own warped crap. Plain and simple. You cannot actually argue against our positions, no matter how different they may seem between all of us. So you'd rather throw a book of fairy tales into the picture. And to tell you the truth, basically, you're just throwing everything against the wall just to see what sticks. And to be quite honest with you, none of it's sticking at this point. So I'd really appreciate it if you do a little research. Be honest with yourself. Only then can you pull your head out of your ass. Because, to be honest with you, I tried to see your point of view, but I couldn't put my head up my ass that far. Good day.